It's NBA action on EA Sports. I'm Ed Cohen. Great to be joined by Jay Williams for what should be a terrific matchup here tonight. From TD Garden in Boston, tonight, the Boston Celtics taking on the Philadelphia 76ers. All right, here we go. To Hayward. Baseline drive. Blocked by Embiid.
Just incredible timing on that switch.
Redick with it. Looking to make something happen. Redick. They go down low to Simmons. Inside, he scores.
Let me tell you something that nobody will ever talk about. Did you see him slow down right before he was about to go up? That slow change of speed, that slight change was just enough to throw the defender off.
Tatum. His first effort off the mark. Simmons to Fultz. Slam dunk for Markelle Fultz.
I don't think I could do that on a 5-foot rim.
I can, because that's my only choice. Boston with the basketball. Irving to Hayward. Lets it fly from long range, and Gordon Hayward, zero hesitation as he knocks it down for three.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
To Simmons. Deep right corner to Simmons. Oh, had him going there for a second. And he scores. Euro step into the rim, Jay.
This guy has posted 12 triple-doubles in his first full rookie year. That's his second most by any rookie in NBA history while leading his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. But how about this? When's the last time we said the most effective player maybe in the league has a glaring weakness? He was 0 of 11 from the three-point line for the entire year, did not make one three-point shot. And how about free throws? He shot 56% from the free throw line. You know who shot better? Dwight Howard and DeAndre Jordan. But with all that being said, this young man still finds himself in a position to be one of the most dominant players in NBA history.
First one goes down.
Shot, bro.
Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Ball's controlled by Boston. To Hayward. Steps around the defender and puts it in. Nicely done.
As a team, when you establish your dominance in the paint early, it's critical to your offense because it eventually opens up the perimeter down the stretch.
To Fultz. Embiid, good for two.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Hayward. It's denied by Embiid. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Boston with 4 to shoot. Has a look. Missed it. He always has the green light, but the defense was ready.
And a lot of times in this league, teams take days off. But this defense keeps maintaining that style of pace defensively. This is going to be a dogfight.
Celtics have it. And finishes strong.
It's easy to become mesmerized when you watch a player who can create off the dribble. We call that dancing. When you allow a player to dance with that much space, that's Problem City.
Gets it in the right corner. Markelle Fultz to Redick. Going to launch beyond the arc. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
I love the pure confidence on that jumper. He takes that three despite the defender being right in front of his face. That's borderline disrespectful.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Leads 5. Embiid. Well defended. Shot no good. If it was anyone else, they'd be back on the bench for taking that shot.
And that's how you close out on a shooter with a sense of urgency. The shooter was more worried about his landing space than he was the shot.
Shifting gears. Here comes some substitutions.
Boston Celtics, number 46, Aaron Baines.
Fultz to Simmons. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
You know, I'm going to say something that people probably won't like, but guess what? I don't care. I'm already crowning Ben Simmons as a top 5 playmaker in the league. His first true season, he had 18 points, 8 assists, and 8 rebounds. He could finish around the rim and make everybody else around him look great. There's no doubt about it. He has all the ingredients to be the heir to the throne.
Irving to Hayward. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Another possession they were forced to take a tough shot. This time they got it to go, but they need to do something different to start creating more open look opportunities.
Simmons. To Redick. Deep left corner. With a drop step. Using the post to his advantage there, and the finish at the rim.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
Sixers have the basketball. Markelle Fultz to Embiid. Goes to the right side. Simmons, that's off the side of the rim, no good. Irving with the basketball. Down 5. Here comes the screen. Irving. Baines shot no good.
Look, sometimes it takes a little while to get into the flow of the game. During the next timeout or during the next break in action, take the ball, go shoot it. See the ball go through the net a couple of times.
Into the front court, it's Irving. Right now, down 7. Irving. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Redick. He's looking for that touch.
You see, this is something that everybody has, but some people choose to use it or not. I'm glad you choose to use effort on getting around those screens.
Hayward, add 2 points to the board. Ben Simmons with the rock. Fultz to Redick. And a nice finish at the rim.
This has been a good first quarter for him so far. That wasn't an easy shot, but he was able to knock it down and add to their lead.
Tough shot. Hand in his face, he makes them pay.
There's nothing the defense could really have done there. That's just a great shot.
Simmons into the front court. Up 5. Simmons. Fires the 3. Off the mark. No good. Hayward to Irving. No good. Oh, it looked like he may have gotten him there. To Embiid. To Fultz. To Redick. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Can we take a second to talk about the most gregarious personality in the NBA? We don't trust in the process. No. We're beyond the process. Joel Embiid has emerged as this generation's Shaquille O'Neal, and he's done it in a variety of ways. He's a dominant big who doesn't shy away from the physicality of the game. Probably the reason why he was up for Defensive Player of the Year. And also, he has a personality that baits you into a conversation whether you like it or not, and he's pretty hysterical. This kid is going to be a star in the league for years to come, and you better pay attention to what he has to put down.
Both teams tweaking their lineups. Here come some changes. Kyrie lets it go. Off the mark.
Woo! I like that intensity on that play. That's how you actually dig in the dirt and do your job on the defensive end.
Simmons to Covington. Simmons, and takes it away. Hayward, unbothered by the defense as he drills it. 4-2. It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Markelle Fultz to Simmons. Fultz to Covington. From long range, not going down here. Irving, Kyrie across the timeline. 5-point game. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
People become so fixated on the hands or the arms or the strengths of the arms. I look at the legs. The strength of his legs help him power through that play. That's how you get and ones.
Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. It's Ben Simmons controlling the offense. To Covington. Embiid. To Simmons. For 3. Rebound Marcus Morris. To Hayward. Got it.
They're going to have to find answers defensively and quickly because he's carving them up in the first quarter.
In the front court comes Simmons. Exactly a minute to go here in the opening quarter. To Simmons. Almost, and he's not getting the call.
I agree. I thought there was a foul, but also it's all about your approach. You can't come down the lane and jump off one leg. It's called a power lift. Go off 2 legs and expect the contact.
Hayward. He made his first effort, but not that time.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
Celtics have it. And Jay, they called the foul.
Welcome to new age basketball. You blow on me, that's a foul.
First free throw is good. Goes 2 for 2 at the line.
There we go. Yes, sir.
Defender was right there. He has to know better. Corner 3 at the buzzer. That'll do it for the first quarter. And this one's all tied up. It'll come down to a final period. A good start to this one. All tied up as we start the second. Simmons brings the ball up court. Stuffs it down with authority. Man, that was sweet.
It's all about that first step, and it's all about angles. Look at the way he got his shoulders through the angle of the defender. That first step was great, but those shoulders getting through, that was a difference.
Covington. Off the mark. Surprised he took that one.
Misses happen. Don't put your head down. Let that motivate you on the defensive end. Use it for something positive.
To Marcus Smart. Oh, he had him there for a second. Taken by the Sixers. Lays it up and in.
Used to hear all these coaches talk about, we need players to run the floor. No, I don't need you to run the floor. I need you to run the floor with purpose. Those are two different things. When you run the floor in attack mode, that's when plays like this occur.
To Simmons. Has a chance, buries it on the catch and shoot.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Simmons with it. Up by 6. Here's a chance from long range. Can't connect. It's no good. Hayward scores from the post. You look at Gordon Hayward. Who does he remind you of in the NBA?
Paul George more so on the offensive end. He has the height and the size to shoot over smaller guards. Plus, I love the fact that he utilizes his body. How about in his 7 years with the Utah Jazz, he made $53 million. You're seeing his game really blossom, which is the reason why Danny Ainge signed him to that 4-year, $128 million deal.
The assist from number 12.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons. Over to the right side. Gets it in the left corner. To Simmons. To McConnell. Inside, he scores.
I tell you, he's so special, Ed. He makes the game look easy.
A lot of hard work to make it look easy.
You're on the island now.
Hayward to Horford. Knocked loose. Here comes the screen. Hayward, unbothered by the defense as he drills it. Simmons with it. Leads a bucket. Simmons to Covington. Shot blocked by Morris.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
Timeout Boston as they'll talk things over in what's now a 4-point game.
So we ask that all smoking take place in the designated areas located outside of the arena. Thank you for your cooperation.
Looks like both teams are making substitutions. Shot stopped by Embiid.
Just incredible timing on that swat.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
Free throw try, off the mark. To Rozier. Rozier rocking the rim.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice finish. It's all business.
Sixers control. Simmons, deep right corner. 4-3. TJ McConnell like Rocky. He loves the tough situations.
Defense, do the math. You force him to take tough twos, you'll probably have a better chance to win this game if you can slow down the pace.
And they call the foul. Felt the breeze there, Jay.
His timing was a tad bit off.
He was all over him. Missed the shot. No free throws. Covington. To Embiid. able to convert inside.
And see, this is simple. This is where the PG pulls the bigs over to the side and says, we can't allow that to happen. You need to be an enforcer down low.
Knocked loose. Taken by the Sixers. That's toughness right there. Physical inside, gets it to go.
Who's controlling the paint? The offense is controlling the paint right now. The defense needs to do a better job of making it more uncomfortable for those easy lays.
To Rozier.
Hey, you got the screen right, screen right, screen right.
Blocked by Covington.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Sixers have the basketball. Rejected by Tatum. Out of bounds, last touch by the Celtics. Mixing things up. Hockey line substitutions. Both teams making changes. Redick. Simmons. Hand in his face. Still hits. You don't see that very often.
Well, when you play for each other and not just for yourself, that's when great things happen. You essentially lose yourself in what the team is trying to accomplish. It's called unselfish basketball, and there's nothing more beautiful than rewarding your teammate with a nice pass and letting them finish for 2 or 3 points.
Irving. Shot's no good. You have to like the confidence, but that was a difficult shot. Trying to cash in. Can't connect. Defense did its job that time. The drive right to the basket. Too much contact, and free throws coming.
Great job, Ed, by the shooter to create contact after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
On the first.
One time.
So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Ben Simmons with the rock. To Embiid. Gets it in the right corner. To Embiid. Goes to the right side. To Embiid. Oh, emphatic slam. He was ready right at the tip.
What a first half he's having. He came out of the gate, attacked, found ways to get to the rim. Now look how easy the game is coming to him.
I'm on D.
Irving. To Brown. Down low. To Horford. Hayward. Hayward with a shot, no good.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to...
Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
I mean, with so much talk these days about three-point shooting and the spacing on the court and having versatile athletic wings, sometimes when you have a dominant big man, you keep giving him the ball. You let him be that anomaly.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Redick. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Defenders could lose sleep with this guy. J.J. Redick, well defended, still knocks it down.
As a defender, you should take it personally when a contested three goes in. That's good defense, but it's not good enough.
From the painted area, won't go down. Another follow, stays out. Redick with it. His guys hold a commanding lead. To Covington. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Free throw's good. It's a 3-point play. This big first half continues. The ball in the hands of Kyrie Irving. To Horford. rocking the rim. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
Embiid to Fultz. Fires the three. He's not known for that. Markelle Fultz, the former #1 pick, hits a tough shot.
Look, I'm not the one to hate. I'm the prime example of a bad decision that turned out well.
And a whistle.
A simple touch foul.
Time to adjust. Both coaches making changes on the floor. Hayward. Irving. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. Fultz with the basketball. His guys holding the big lead. To Redick.
Screen.
To Fultz. Beyond the arc for three. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for two.
Ed, as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
And hits the first free throw.
Just like practice.
Second of three. Got it.
Good shot, baby. Hey, shoot it.
Takes advantage of the foul. 3 for 3 at the line. Irving brings the ball up court. And a whistle.
That's just a blatant foul. Maybe he's trying to make a statement.
Looks like some substitutions are coming on in.
Team foul number 4. Philadelphia 76ers are at the limit. Into the game for the Philadelphia
Irving.
76ers.
Ooh, he'll take that. If he keeps playing like this, we all may believe that the earth is indeed flat.
And that's what you love about Kyrie. He's constantly probing. He's probing on the court by maintaining his dribble, and then also probing off the court. We're saying lines like the earth is flat. The fact that that was on the cover of every magazine, the headline of every social media title, goes to show you that Kyrie is great at hijacking your amygdala, both on and off the court.
Here's Simmons with it up top. Looking to make something happen. Here comes the screen. Simmons lets it fly from long range. It's no good. Shot's not going down. Irving to Hayward. He takes it right at them and scores. You have to fill in there.
In the paint, you need to finish just like that.
It's Ben Simmons controlling the offense.
In the second quarter.
Embiid, good for two.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Irving. Shot by Kyrie, no good. Simmons into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Redick. To Simmons. To Embiid. Deep left corner. Going to launch. Beyond the arc. Count it. Three-pointer is good.
I love watching these coaches' moments. The coach was literally saying, no, no, no. Yes, yes, yes. That's how you make coaches look like masterminds.
Irving to Hayward. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
That's lunch pail business right there. Don't worry about the no call. Keep powering through.
That misses with a second to go. A very one-sided first half of basketball as we are at halftime. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando as we go from Jay to Jalen. It's Jalen Rose with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Thanks, Ed. Let's get right into the action here. The 76ers are up after 2 quarters. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. They've been scrappy, doing their best to be competitive. We'll see if their efforts are more rewarded in the second half. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Bench points.
The Boston Celtics had enough difficulty dealing with the opposing starters, let alone their bench players. They really need to adjust for the depth of this opposing team and figure out how to slow them down.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid has already put together a pretty nice highlight reel for himself, and that's just after one half of basketball. He did a lot of scoring, and it probably won't stop anytime soon.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that concludes our halftime report. Thanks for joining us, and see you again after the game.
Simmons brings the ball up court. To Redick. Simmons. To Covington. Inside, he scores.
And there's nothing more mentally intimidating for your opponent than when your own teammates are unselfish and make sure that you get the ball because they want you to drop 70 on them, maybe like Devin Booker did last year.
To Jaylen Brown. To Rozier. And watch him do the rest. Slam dunk. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
Terrific vision. Redick. It's good. Coach wants to see more from his D.
It's all about creating space with the dribble. Once you have that gap, you can beat somebody in a variety of ways. He chose a dagger with the 3.
Curling inside. Can't connect. Basket's good on the follow. Way to stay with it.
I'm not sure that wasn't an offensive foul, but take it when you can get it.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Simmons gets it in the left corner. To Simmons. Covington to Embiid. To Covington. Fires the 3. They need something to go down. It's no good. Across the timeline, it's Rozier. Down a bundle. To Horford. To Rozier. Rozier rocking the rim. Here on their home floor, they're chipping away.
I mean, does this crowd have a pulse? Are they even alive? Sometimes when you make a play like that, your crowd needs to get you back in this ball game.
Simmons to Covington. To Redick. from long range. Had made his first three, but that shot off the mark. Redick to Embiid.
Don't let him split. Don't let him split.
To Redick around the perimeter. Five on the shot clock for Philadelphia. For three, Robert Covington is long, and it pays off with the three.
And watching all these great shooters on the floor at once, it almost mesmerizes me. It's like you're watching the shot in slow motion, the backspin. It gives off the feel that the ball's going in every time.
To Hayward. Here's a chance from long range. Knocks it down. Jay, would you classify him among the elites in the game, especially among wings?
It depends on what category of elite you put him in. As of right now, he will be my second-tier elite. Because when I think first-tier elite, I think Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Stephen Curry, Kawhi Leonard, Anthony Davis, James Harden. I think Gordon Hayward has a chance to be there. He was on his way there before he got hurt, but time will tell.
Boston with the basketball. 4-3. Sixers able to clear the rebound. Embiid lets it fly from beyond the arc. That one also no good. Knocked loose. Sixers have it. Count it. That's belief right there on his shot.
Well, the shooting has been spectacular, but one of the things that I've seen as the difference maker in this ball game is how they are catching the basketball. They're not establishing a pivot foot, which leaves the defense wondering which way you can drive, but when that shot is working like that, you got it any way you want it.
Both coaches hitting the reset button. Fresh legs coming onto the floor. Sixers control it.
I got him. Screen coming left. Screen coming.
Simmons to Embiid. And look out. Big finish at the rim.
I know there's that old saying that says one man can't beat five, but we're watching one man carry four other players. His back has to be hurting. Another big-time finish.
Hayward. He engulfed him that time.
And big-time coaching strategy by the staff right there, utilizing their bench, keeping fresh legs on that shooter consistently throughout the course of the game.
Off the mark. He loves the tough shots, but that one may be too tough.
It's easy. Force guys into low percentage shots. That's the reason why we're big into stats. It was all provided to you before the game in the scouting report.
Here's Irving into the front court. His guys down big. Irving to Horford. To Irving. Baseline drive to Hayward. That's what you've come to expect. Your best players making baskets. Sixers have the basketball. Simmons to Redick. Simmons to Fultz. Fires the three. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. To Hayward. Hayward unable to connect. In the front court comes Simmons. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Redick to Fultz. Nice pace, sets it up, and slams it down.
Man, they are just continuing to pour it on. But the one thing we know about in this league, you have to make sure that you continue to play with energy because leads can evaporate quickly.
And the finish. Jay, Euro stepping for two. Jay, you've known Kyrie Irving since he was a young man growing up in New Jersey. He's overcome a lot of obstacles, chief among them staying healthy and on the floor.
Yeah, Ed, he's been battling injuries since his freshman year of college, but the beautiful thing about Kyrie Irving is that he always loves the big stage. Making the game-winning shot in Game 7, he will continue to do so when he surrounds himself with great, inspiring leaders with the likes of such Kobe Bryant.
Kyrie Irving controlling the offense. Taken by the Sixers. Markelle Fultz to Redick. Redick with a shot, no good. To Irving. From the painted area, won't go down. To Fultz.
Get back.
Here comes the screen. Fultz to Embiid. Throws it down. Jay, I'm surprised he had a chance to wrap him up.
Well, you're not the only one surprised. This guy is not a good free throw shooter. You never let him have an easy bucket. If anything, make him earn it at the charity stripe.
We have both squads set to make some moves right now.
Stepping in for Philadelphia, number 9, Dario Saric.
And he's fouled. A couple of free throws coming up, Jay.
Okay, now we're on the home stretch, and you got a big lead. Don't let your opponent back in this game by giving up extra possessions.
Can't connect on the first free throw. Good bounce back. Hits the second. It's a 1-of-2 trip. Ben Simmons with the rock.
I got ball. Wait on it.
To Fultz. Redick. Message received. Well defended.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack it to the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
No good and no foul. Simmons with it. His guys holding the big lead.
Watch the cutter, man.
That's what you like to see off the pick and roll. Nice, easy basket.
It just seems like nobody can stop him but him. Once he's found his offensive swag, that boy's deadly.
Irving. Aaron Baines powers it through.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Simmons to Fultz.
Technical foul, Boston. For the Philadelphia 76ers.
Can't convert the free throw. Changes coming from both sides right now.
Into the game
McConnell.
for the Boston Celtics. Number
To Fultz.
36, Marcus Smart.
Embiid. To Fultz. They'll get it down to Johnson. Beyond the arc for three. Rebound hauled in by the Celtics.
Hey, watch this screen left.
Nice pass to set things up. Oh, Jay, he commands the paint this time down.
It's really a dope thing when passing becomes infectious. But don't become overly passive. Still take your shots when they're there.
To McConnell. Embiid. McConnell. Lets it fly from long range. Is good.
There it goes in. The fact of the matter is some players aren't taking that shot on a regular basis, but still have the confidence to make them when you need them to.
Oh, had him going there for a second. Nothing going to. Marcus Morris, strong finish.
And when you get your prescription, you take your medicine and you call it a day.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Markelle Fultz. To McConnell. Tough-looking shot there. Still gets it to go down.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Has a look. With the step back.
2 points.
That ends the third quarter, and a great start for the 76ers. It's been a compelling game so far. The fourth quarter is underway. Ball's controlled by Boston.
Gets free pizza.
To Jaylen Brown. Runner's good there.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Fultz into the front court. He'll run the offense. To Fultz. Deep left corner. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. To Rozier. Work it down to Brown. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Going to launch beyond the arc. Good for 3.
And in today's game, you have to make shots like that. Nice work draining it from deep.
Sixers control it. Fultz. To McConnell. Markelle Fultz. And his foot was on the line. It's going the other way. Both coaches dipping into their reserves. Changes coming onto the floor. Blocked by Johnson. That's out of bounds. Last touch by a Sixer. Count the basket. A lot of contact. No foul.
Look, the most efficient offenses are the ones with the highest number of assists. There are only 5 teams in the league that average 25 assists or more.
Fultz. Deep right corner. Fires the 3, buries it.
And this squad just continues to light it up from long range. One of the things I learned about teams like this, teams that fall in love with a three-point shot, as quickly as they built the lead, is as quickly as they can lose it if they're over-reliant on the three-point shot.
Here comes the screen. Shot from the lane won't go. Sixers have the basketball. McConnell. To Covington. McConnell to Fultz. Oh, he had him there for a second. Can't connect. Shot was forced.
See, I don't like that shot right there. Pass the ball, get the defense moving, maybe set a hard screen, roll to the rim, see the ball go in a couple of times before you settle for a mid-range jumper that's contested.
And the denial.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The ref spit, and that's the game.
Free throw's good. Add one more to the total. This game feels out of reach. Rozier into the front court. Down a bundle.
Cut, I got yours.
To Rozier. Good. Off a spin.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
It's in the hands of Philadelphia. Markelle Fultz. Inside, he scores.
You know, it reminds me of a story a legendary coach once told me. He said, if you ever get in a fight, you're not going to hit somebody with an open hand, correct? You'll probably break a finger. But if you hit somebody with a fist, what is that? That's 5 fingers working collectively together as one. That's how you deliver a knockout punch, and that's what we're seeing tonight.
Here comes the screen. Rozier rocking the rim. Man, that was sweet.
It's all about that first step, and it's all about angles. Look at the way he got his shoulders through the angle of the defender. That first step was great, but those shoulders getting through, that was the difference.
To Redick. Fultz buries it on the catch and shoot.
Everybody knows the story about how Markelle's shot really struggled last year. I got the cure. It's called amnesia. Last year never happened. This year is the only year that matters. Let your game continue to establish itself, and your game doesn't have to be what it was before. It can have its own new dimension.
Rozier. Rozier's shot no good.
If I'm the player that just missed that shot, just because you're open doesn't mean you need to shoot. You can put the ball down on the ground and drive to the rim.
To Fultz. To Redick. Covington. Redick. Oh, with the foul. And a chance coming up at the line.
I don't know, Ed. Maybe there's a long-term play here. But next game, we're going to be aggressive early. Maybe.
First one, count it.
Stepping in for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Able to convert on both free throws. Kyrie with the rock. To Hayward. And the finish at the rim.
There's some players out there that like the freedom of space, and then we have the anomalies. We have the players who feel comfortable being uncomfortable, and almost the physicality of the game centers them and puts them right on balance every time.
Redick to Embiid. Takes it right to the rim. A lot of contact there, but they say no foul.
Ooh, shows like this separate the good players from the great ones. The good players, they have good first halves, and then they fade to black in the second. The great players, they just sustain that kind of dynamic energy throughout the entire ball game.
Fultz with the basketball. Looking to make something happen. Fultz to Embiid. Stuffs it down with authority. Jay, that's been the story this evening.
I mean, another one? Another dunk? Another easy possession? I mean, how demoralizing can this be for the team? Why am I the only one yelling? I don't see anybody on the bench yelling. I don't see anybody on the court even angry right now.
Knocks it down from mid-range.
2 points. Take them any way you can get them.
It's Ben Simmons controlling the offense. Gets it in the right corner. With another basket there.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat 5. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Horford. And stuffs it home. Whoa, he got up there.
Just showing you that 40-inch vertical.
Kyrie Irving
Fultz into the front court. His guys hold a commanding lead. Here comes the screen. Markelle Fultz to Simmons. From long range, Boston secures the rebound. Irving into the front court. His guys down big. Off the mark. With defense like that, little margin for error.
Your contest was great because of your proximity to the player. You forced his follow-through to be cut short, which made him short-arm the shot.
To Fultz. Curling inside. Oh, Horford up to block the shot.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Celtics have it. Hayward, count the basket. He's feeling good. Defense has to get him out of his comfort zone. Probing the defense. Locked in. Fultz. Goes to the right side. Redick knocks it down. That was a tough shot.
And they're relentless with these long shots. It just seems like their spacing is perfect, and they come down, they know exactly where they want to be, and they're shooting the ball without hesitation.
Some lineup changes now for both clubs.
Into the game for Boston, number 12.
To Horford. Blocked away.
Just incredible timing on that swap.
Won't go down. Defender's lucky he wasn't called.
Defense. Defense, let's go.
Covington. Screen coming. To Covington. Over to the right side. 5 on the shot clock. Covington. For 3. That's off the side of the rim. Short.
Shooters shoot. Period. I don't want to hear any excuses. That's why you're on the floor. You keep doing what you're doing with that superior confidence.
Banks it in for 2.
Woo! Did you see that? Eyes to the rim, and the rest was all net.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Probing the defense. They'll get it down to Johnson. It's denied by Horford.
That kid can block out the sun, Ed.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ed, sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
Remaining in the fourth quarter.
Here's a chance from long range. I don't know, Jay. They have a big lead. This game is just about over. He might not make many friends on the other side with that 3.
Oh, I don't want to hear that generic coaching speak about dwindle down the shot clock, use the clock is your friend. No, if you have a chance to beat him by 50, beat him by 50. If you want to beat him by 100, keep shooting more threes.
Irving. Rebound cleared by Philly.
Hey, switch, I got him.
Here comes the screen. To Covington. Nothing going here on that drive. Brown up to block the shot. And he stepped out of bounds. Turns the ball over. Substitution being made in this one.
Number 20, Gordon Hayward. And number 0, Jason Tatum.
A bad pass, and the Celtics have it.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Jalen Rose here, and I've got your EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers added a win with today's solid victory. These guys did so much running and scoring in transition, I got tired just watching them. They ran the break with perfection and used it not only to score, but to tire out the defense. What you see here is how the majority of the points were scored for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Celtics didn't get the victory they wanted here today. I'm sure they can't help but feel frustrated with the result, but they can't let that feeling linger. Sooner than later, they need to start thinking about the next matchup. Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Boston Celtics.
Game track. Fast break points. Player of the game.
Joel Embiid seemed to think he could only score points with dunks in this game. Again and again, he kept throwing them down, and it was just astonishing.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have their off nights. Today was just one of those days for this guy. Top plays, and we've got 3 of them for you.
Number 2. Number 1.
Here's what's coming up for the Boston Celtics. And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.